See if I can find another one. Got some funny shit to be honest with you. Okay. A lot of good pictures got put up. Oh, that was from you. You took some good pictures, Stacey Dawn. Okay, so we ready to roll this?
Oh, yeah. You gotta say good morning to your peoples.
Huh?
I said, say good morning to your peoples.
Good morning, peoples. So, I'm sitting here reading the internet, and of course, I'll give a shout out to Matt Murphy. He's such a fucktard. But I'm gonna stay positive, not try to do all that. Let's talk about the show. So I don't watch the show. So when I get messages on Facebook and all that and get, you know, why'd you do this, why'd you do that, just like when I said I wasn't gonna be part of the 405 team, everybody jumped up and was coming by going, man, that's great, stand on your own. Well, I didn't know what the hell they were talking about, so I had to go back and watch the show. So thank all you assholes for making me go back and watch the show. I don't watch the show for a reason. The reason I don't watch the show is because I don't want to know what people say on that camera when my back's turned. So let's talk about Team Outcast. Team Outcast, I didn't form it. I didn't start it. All the guys that were down there, I was down hanging out with guys that I like and I respect. And I told them from the beginning, you guys need anything, come talk to me. So a big thing on the internet right now is that I left the team behind. Well, I'm just gonna have to keep watching these episodes and let me comment on what was said. So what nobody does know was I smacked the wall. Well, actually you do if you watch the internet. You know, I smacked the wall with the car. So when I'm over there trying to destroy the wheelie bars, got the quarter panel before the race with Chief. So we're over there thrashing on the car. Of course, I don't have a big team, guys. I don't have a team. I just got a couple guys that come and help that don't know the car and all that. So it's on me to do most of it, other than what Nick and Rich Bruder helped me. Nick, because Rich is trying to drive the Vixen car. But that's why I'm always beside those guys, because they're friends of mine. So when we're over here and we're trying to fix the wheelie bars half the night, stayed up all night. Jack French owns the Vixen car, gave me a set of wheelie bars off of his car. Larry Larson came over, we cut the things apart. We had to modify them to fit my car just for us to get to first round. So everybody says I left. I didn't leave, guys. Watch the show. I'm still there at night. They're showing me at night talking about the stuff. I didn't leave. When I got through with the race, we'd been up all night working on the car. I was fucking tired. I went in and laid down and took a nap with my boy. So I never go up and watch the other races. I never do. I just don't. Because I have to work on my car. I have to work my ass off because I don't have other people to get the car ready. So when that went down and that happened, after I lost the Chief, I didn't run, I didn't pull up, I didn't leave. Watch the show, guys, I'm still there. So when Dean Carnes is sitting there going, Reaper just up and left us, where the fuck did I go? If they needed help, I told them in the beginning, what you guys didn't see, was this whole team thing was to get those guys more airtime. I'm gonna get airtime. I'm either gonna look like a dick, or I'm gonna look like a hero, but I'm gonna get airtime. Because I make good TV. Not because I try to make good TV, it's just because I'm honest. So, and all those guys, I formed that. I didn't form it. These guys were all wanting to be a part of a team because there was other teams. And keep watching and you'll see the explanation. At the season finale, you'll see the explanation of why I did what I did. If they air that, it will all make sense. Nick and Rich Bruder, very good friends of mine. Jack French, very good friend of mine. I've known Larry Larson since 2012. Larry Roach first came to one of my races. He was my first no prep race that I had. He came all the way from Virginia to Illinois, right?
Yeah, to Cordova.
Yeah, Cordova. Just came to race. So I'm down there on that side of the pits with the guys that I like. But when this whole team deal started, you know, Giuseppe, super nice guy, But him and Dean both fell for the same shit. They turned around and slammed me on this episode. I never left. Giuseppe's got a team of 10 fucking guys there. What did they need from me? They never came in. Hey man, we need you. Because I never leave. I was right there. I only left one time early, and that was because I had to get back and get the car fixed because we didn't have much time before the next one. But, and that time I left before the next round. I wasn't mad. I just had shit to do. You know, I just want everybody to be clear about this. I did that for those guys. I'm going to get airtime. Airtime doesn't mean dick to me. It really don't. You got anybody that knows me, my fans know I don't care about the airtime. I care about the racing. But those guys, I did that so they would get more airtime. Now, the fact that they fell into the bullshit,
They drink the Kool-Aid.
not my fault. Because Dean wanted to be somebody, I told Dean to take over that team deal. I told him, you want to be the team leader, you be the team leader. I didn't want to be on a team. I wanted to help the guys behind the scenes and not on TV. So, but it is TV, guys. That's what you got to remember. So whether I look like an asshole, whether I look like a hero, it doesn't matter. If you guys are watching, you're talking shit on the internet, good deal. You're upping the ratings on the show. And that's all we care about. That's all I care about. The more that show, I helped start that show. I was the one that did the first series. It was my idea. I busted my fucking ass on that show to get it rolling. So the bigger it gets, it's my legacy. I'm leaving the drag racing. I have one more year. But don't fall for the TV shit unless you know the backstory. So now I got to go back and watch the episodes, try to give you guys the backstory. So I'll start giving you the backstory. I'll do it here on YouTube, and then we'll turn around, we'll post it over to Facebook, because Facebook, of course, everybody wants to cuss and holler and scream and talk about Reaper's an asshole and all that shit. And I am an asshole. But I really don't give two shits about what everybody thinks. What I do care about is the racing, that series, that show. I care more about that show. Yes, I do care more about that show than I do the 405 show, because it's about racing. And people have to race. I didn't know how they would incorporate games. Well, guess what? Keep watching the show, you'll see. They can incorporate a game into anything. But when that light comes down, they have to fucking race. I said before I raced Chief, if the car didn't go left, he couldn't outrun me. Car went left, there's nothing I can do about it. I just crashed the car the night before, smacked the wall with it. You guys seen the videos Tom maybe posted. Is what it is. But where was Dean Carnes and Gentile Giuseppe after I hit the wall? They didn't come over to help me. I didn't go over to ask them. Neither one of those men came and asked me for my help. I sent both of them a text after I watched the show. Guys, this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see who fell for TV and who was there for the right reasons. Guys, keep watching the series, keep watching the show. It's the baddest show we've ever done. You're gonna see Reaper do some amazing things, and you're gonna see me step on my dick a couple times. But at the end of the day, I raced my car, myself, my way the entire time. The only person that can take any credit for how my car did is my brother and Nick Bruder. That's it. Nobody came over, but that's not what we were there for. That's not what the team was supposed to be about. The team was supposed to be about, hey, I broke a fucking axle. Hey man, let me go over there. Hey, my gear's fucked up in my car. Hey, you got a 9S? Let me pull one out of mine. That's what it was about, guys. So keep that in mind as you watch the shows. I stepped back because I want to see how each one of these guys acted on their own. I'm gun shy of a team. You guys seen what the 405 did to me. You seen what Chief Still did. Even though you guys watching, ooh, what do you mean I don't like you? When they played that, you guys seen it. What they didn't air about that whole deal was I built that D's Nuts car to get kicked off of that show. I wanted to get kicked off. I wanted everybody out there to know this is how the rules are, and this is what you can do. The only regret that I have of the whole deal was the fact that I called Sean Ellington out. I had the car loaded up, but I knew he was going to race, and it made badass TV. I apologize to Sean every time. I did not know he raced 4 times that night. If I did, I wouldn't have done that. But I did that for TV. And you guys watched both of us race our broke-ass cars, which I know that's what Sean Ellington's about. I knew that was what he was about. He just didn't get it at the time. But he knows now why I did it. So, when you're watching all this shit, guys, remember, it's a TV show, one. Two, there's always a backstory to this. And any controversy that can be built, it's good for TV ratings. Because all they had to do was show all that stuff, and now more people are gonna watch the show. That's fine. That's great. That's awesome. You guys fell for it, and we love it. I want you to fall for it every time. But I'll come on here. You see, it's 4, wow, I can't even read the clock. 4:35. I read this stuff at 3:30. So Sage, we got to do a live feed on this. So when all this, he left. Go back and watch the show, guys. It's in the middle of the night. I'm still there at the track. I'm still there. I didn't go nowhere. But my God, if I have to go over and carry Dean's big ass over there and fucking pat him on the head and stroke his back and say, "Are you okay? Can you keep racing your car?" That's not what I'm there for. If I have to go over and tell Gentile Giuseppe, "Hey brother, do you need me to come over here and pom-pom and cheer for you?" That's not what we were there for. So I wanted to see, as the show plays out, how many wanted to play for TV and who wanted to actually be a racer. We'll see by the end of the show. You guys got to keep watching. So, and I'll watch with you. Because just because we're there, that don't mean we know how it's going to air. But it was funny because I was being told, "Hey, man, you're getting slammed. You're getting slammed." You know what I said? Cool. Create some controversy. At the end of the day, I race by myself. I stand by myself. I always have. Anybody needs anything from me? I mean, I pulled the computer out of my car one night for the dummy with the dummy in the Vega. I won't even say his name because it's not worth it. I pulled the computer out of my car and handed it to him because he thought he had a computer problem. He runs Holly too. And that's after he called me out, broke on the side of the fucking road, knowing I had a wheel coming to where we could race. And he called me out and took the spot. So, guys, I know who I am. Any of you that are true fans know how I am. I've never left nobody in the lurch. I've never left anybody behind. But if anybody needed anything from me, I was right there in that fucking motorhome. All they had to do was come over and say something. I was just fucking exhausted from staying up all night trying to fix the wheelie bars and get the car to where it goes straight. So, everybody form your own opinion. Hell, make a poll of it. I don't care. But at the end of the day, as the season goes on, you guys will see things change. And I don't know what they're going to air. And I'm really truly kind of pissed off at all you fucking assholes for making these comments and making me have to go watch this show. Because I don't watch the show for a reason. I don't watch the show because I really like Dean Carnes. And now Dean Carnes showed me what he was about. He was about TV. I really like Giuseppe. Now I see that if they're told to say something, they're puppets on a string and that's what they're going to do. Well, that's fine. They're just not part of it. That's not what a team is. A team rides or dies. They don't ever say nothing negative. Let's see how many more of my team members of this outcast team say something bad. Because the ones that don't, you're going to know that they're there for all the right reasons. I don't know who said it and who didn't, but we'll find out. I do know this. Everybody else on the team came to me. The reason I stepped back into that deal is because everybody was pissed off because of the way Dean was trying to handle shit. Dean don't even know that. But it'll all come to air. It'll either air here on YouTube or it'll air on the show. But I stepped back into it because the guys were not happy. At the end of that deal, I got to see who was real, who wasn't real. Next year, you will see the team that I have, the team that I stand with, will be the guys that I know will have my back no matter what. Bodie will be one of them. The Brooders and Jack French will be the other one. I promise you that. So, Kelly Blue Ball, we'll see. Like I said, all of this was for a reason. I did it for a reason. I stepped out of that deal for a reason. I didn't know they were going to push the Outcast thing so hard because I didn't want to do it, but I wanted to get those guys some airtime. And as you see, they got some airtime. But let's see if the airtime was negative or if it was positive. Because at the end of the day, you guys keep watching. You'll see when my team, and that's what I got to call it, my team, even though it's not my team, but if we're going to call it my team, let's see how how everybody comes together when I start seeing how these guys are acting. I'm not gonna jump in bed with somebody just because. I did that for a reason, and if you guys watch, you'll see where I'm cut off, where I actually told them all, guys, there's only one championship to be won. So if we need each other, if we need something, we stand together. They aired that. If those guys needed something, they should have bounced their ass over, knocked on the door and said something. Because I was beat down. I mean, just drove, what was that, 30-something hours?
God, I don't know.
Because we had to go from New Hampshire to there.
Well, we left from home, and then we blew a tire out and sat on the side of the road for ever and a day. Then we got the tire changed and got on the road, but it was still a 2-day drive.
You know, Dean made the comment, Chuck Syksinger's still there. He's the race master. He has to be there in every scene. Come on. Sometimes guys get so caught up in the TV thing, they forget what we're trying to do. We were there trying to race. So, we ended the season on a good note. I need to watch the show anyway. You guys have inspired me to watch the show. What? Huh?
Just finish your deal.
You want to wrap it up? You're getting excited about something over there. What you getting excited about?
Just wrap it up.
Do you need to pee? Ah! Okay, so we're going to have to wrap this up, guys, because Stacy needs to pee really bad. She's not wanting to say that on, but I will, because she's over there fidgeting. If the camera starts shaking, it's because Stacy needs to pee. All right, guys. Unless you guys want to talk about something else, or we can sit here and watch Stacy try to keep from peeing her pants. All right, guys. Now you know the rest of the story. I'm Paul Harvey.